Hello again. Here we go. This is autobiographical at this point. I'm still doing a lot of work to figure out how to do video editing and how to storyboard and create transitions, stock footage, real footage that I've created. But at this point, I have to keep the ball rolling. I have to keep the momentum of doing something, taking action. So here we are. I meant to do this yesterday, but I didn't have time. Actually, I meant to do it Thursday, the day before. Today's Saturday. Anyhow, we're doing it today, which is fine. The goal is one video a week, no matter where we're at in our development and video creation and production. So we've made a subtle improvement. I just realized that this camera, I could have had the frame at 1080p looking like this instead of like the smaller version that I had before with the black on the side. It hit me, I was like, why are my videos like this? So I started playing with the settings and my broadcasting software, and boom, here we are. Widescreen, baby. Still got this fuzzy backdrop. Still got the echo off the walls. I need to buy some of that sound dampening foam. I've been reading reviews and trying to research it before I make a decision on that. But whatever, Rome wasn't built in a day. Is that what they say? So we just gotta work with what we got for now. And at any rate, I do believe that this is productive because I can evaluate these videos, evaluate my speech patterns, evaluate my presentation on camera, and ultimately that's progress no matter what. So recently I've been struggling to maintain some of my goals, not maintain, achieve some of these goals, like staying productive on a day-to-day basis. Time management's still a struggle. I'm still hitting the basic markers of what I want to do as far as pattern interrupts. I've been continuing to get up early, work out, hit the cold shower, go to the office, journaling every day. I've journaled every day for a week or more now, so that's good. It doesn't matter, like sometimes it's just a couple paragraphs, sometimes it's a page. Every now and then I'm feeling like I have a lot to get out, and I'll put 2 pages down. And it's an interesting way to reflect and see where we're at, what we're thinking about, how our day went. So I think that's been a productive practice. I will continue to do it for the time being. Tried out meditating. Gotta admit, that's pretty hard. Started out with just 10 minutes. I was doing it in the morning. The very first day I did it, I was just sitting like this. Actually, not like that at all. I had my arms down, but I had my legs crossed, and I was eyes closed. And I had just woken up. It was the first thing I did. And it was like, I was almost in a trance-like state because I still had the stupor of sleep and the edges of my consciousness. I still felt, tired. So it was almost like already in a dream state. So that was interesting. We made it through the 10 minutes. Still not sure how meditating works. I've read there's a lot of different ways, mindfulness, there's a lot of different forms of it. I tried to focus on clearing my thoughts, but inevitably thoughts would bubble up and I would just think about something and I'm like, oh wait, we're supposed to not think of anything. I think that's how it works. I don't know. We're gonna keep doing it. It's supposed to help increase focus. So if I just keep doing it every day, I gotta get better at it. I'll keep researching meditation to see if we can reap those benefits. Other than that, it's like I've totally cut out a lot of the quick, easy, consumption-based behaviors, like playing video games and watching TV shows, though I am wary because I seem to have converted it into something else, which is going down YouTube rabbit holes, and I do get a little ADD with this. Like I'll see the list on the side, and I'll right-click, open new tab, and I'll start watching that and pause what I'm on. This is just crazy behavior, and I think I'm probably not the only one that does things like that. That's that ADD, attention span. I don't believe that I have ADD. I mean, I've thought that I did. I don't even know if ADD is real. They say that it is, but I think it might be a side effect of the society that we live in. I think it's pretty easy to get distracted these days, and I think that we've just misaligned the wiring in our brain. That's just an anecdotal thought. I know there's science-based studies about ADD, and people feel very strongly about it, but I think a lot of mental health issues that we have are kind of like systemic of the environment in which we're living in modern times. I mean, when you have all these distractions on a day-to-day basis and you have this video screen that, instantaneous gratification, I can watch a video of someone on the other side of the world jumping out of a plane, off of a building, animals chasing other animals in the wild. Like, there's just an unlimited amounts of things to like excite your brain. Your brain loves novelty and stimulus. So anyways, yeah, focus. Look at me going on a tangent. Trying to be more focused, more deliberate, more intentional in my actions and goals. It's been very hard to direct my activity because I'm very new to this. So I've been researching video editing. I've been looking into stock footage and trying to imagine storyboards and ways to create videos that are more interesting. Like, this is more for me than for anybody else. Maybe there will come a day where this might be an interesting lens into who I am right now and what my goals are for the future. But for me, this is just reflection and practice. Practice on the camera, practice communicating. I'm not used to this type of communication at all, as I've stated before. So we're just getting repetitions in. Not the best quality of content, echoing off the walls, weird backdrop. We're working with what we got here. And I think that's okay. So yeah, the focus currently, continue to increase the skill set. And I would like to tell some stories. I think that would be a very fascinating experiment. A way to practice and hone this craft is I have some interesting stories to tell, things that I've gone through, and maybe I can convey that in a cinematic experience with music in the background and cuts and a bunch of random videos of things that, people have thrown up on the stock footage websites that I see people use in their videos. And honestly, it's cool. It's really captivating. People can do some really incredible things with video editing. So that's like become my current passion, that and like trying to learn how to edit photos. You can look at my corny thumbnails that I've put for my YouTube videos so far. I tried to upgrade them from just the random scene selection that they default to. So, and I got a new camera. I got the new iPhone. The camera on that thing is impeccable. I would like to use that to see if I can collect some of my own footage. I mean, that would be a point of pride, would be to go out and get some really good, video content of my own that, I produced myself. I think there's a certain point of pride in doing something like that and knowing that, you actually went out there and got the footage yourself. Not to knock the stock footage. I mean, there's a time and a place for that too. And certainly saves a lot of time and effort on the individual level. There's certain footage that I wouldn't have a prayer to get anyway, like drones flying through the city, collecting. Those are pretty cool shots. Speaking of, that is another aspiration potentially to continue this craft, would be to get a drone. And apparently there's a lot of laws and regulations around this now. I just learned this a couple weeks ago. I was at a rooftop party / cookout for Labor Day, ran into a guy, he was like using a drone, and so I was very curious. I started asking him questions, and apparently you have to register these things with the FAA, I think it's called, whatever that stands for. You have to actually ask for permission to fly depending on how high up your drone goes. So that was fascinating to learn. And he just had this little drone. I mean, it wasn't even that big. And he showed it. It was pretty incredible. It would like, the way the camera, it could like move and take video without disrupting the view, without being wobbly. So there's some interesting technology behind that. That would be cool to get one of those. I mean, drone shots, that's something that you just can't do as a normal photographer, is, get an aerial view of anything. So I think I might actually start digging down into that rabbit hole at some point. Just depends on how far this goes. I want to get a camera, tripod. Got to get more comfortable with going out into the wild, into the environment, around other people and collecting footage. That feels awkward when I think about it, but it shouldn't be a big deal. People do this. That's how they build their channels. That's how they build all this presentation material of themselves. So I think it's worthwhile to do it. We live in an age where I think having a voice in a video context is pretty important. Wish I would have done this like 10 years ago. Who knows where I could be today, but no point in lamenting the past. All we have is right now and what's gonna come after this. So that's my focus. We focus on the present. Don't worry about where we're at now, and just keep doing this, keep on honing the craft, and hopefully get to a higher level of accomplishment and quality in this type of production, and hopefully offer value, something entertaining, words of wisdom, things that other people can get from this content. And I'm certainly getting something from it. It's helping me develop as a person. It's interesting to see myself three-dimensionally talking to a camera. So to see how I look to others, that's a perspective that I don't feel like a lot of us get, like unless you do this sort of thing. And like my first video, that's why it was so weird. Like I just felt so awkward in front of the camera, because you're just talking. I'm in an empty room, like no one else is here. I'm talking out loud. You feel like a crazy person at first, but I guess that's like that's the initial hump that you got to get over. And we're all about discomfort and overcoming that right now. But I think I'm going to cut this video short. I just wanted to put something out there. The rest of my time is going to focus on improving the quality and getting to a level where, you know, this is a little more refined and polished. There's no echo. There's scene transitions. There's music, something a little more captivating for the audience. So we'll get there one day. We're taking it a day at a time. So far, only doing these videos once a week. That's the bare minimum requirement. So regardless of where we are and our abilities, we're still going to commit to putting out one video a week. And this will be like, you know, this is the autobiography of my progress in these endeavors. So thanks again for watching, whoever that be it me or anyone else, any strangers. Welcome to this crazy world. Yeah, hit subscribe. One day I'll have buttons down here for that shit, but it would really help me get this rolling and help motivate me to keep going. So thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend. Ciao.